Hi everyone, I wanted to share our homeschooling space. We actually had it downstairs in the garage first, but the weather got so cold that we had to move upstairs. And we did some improvements and changes, so I just want to share the whole thing again. So here we have some corners with lots of different games. So we have puzzles, different games in the baskets that have animals, and the light bright games. This is our doctor sets. This is like the building toys, all the trucks, and this is our flannels, which the kids love to do. And on the windows, we've added our ABCs flashcards. Since my daughter's 4, she's now learning. She obviously knows ABCs, but she's really getting into writing now, the whole alphabet, and starting to make sounds. Like A says ah sounds, and she comes up with different words that starts with the ah sound. She's actually pretty good at it, so we've been practicing that a lot. That's why we've added that. Here they have the little kitchen baby section, which they absolutely love. A dollhouse for pretend play. This is our construction corner, so they have everything that to do with building. So they have this is Melissa and Doug building towns and cities, all kinds of different blocks for building. Magnets, which is honestly used every single day. It's the best toy, money well spent. Wooden blocks, which are great and educational. And more blocks here. I can barely open this. This is so full. Oh, there it is. And more blocks. Actually, these are actually Jenga, small pieces, but we use it in our construction. And the girl and the kids are so good. They use like the cream color one as sand, this one as a cement. So their imagination is pretty good with that. And then we have a toolbox here, which I decorated for them to get their attention, and it has lots of different tools and some construction trucks. On our window, we added numbers. Obviously, they all know how to count to 10 and more, but it's now becomes visual and number recognition. So if you show them this number, would they know what it is? So a lot of kids, even though they know how to count, they can recognize numbers, and this helps with that. So my daughter's actually pretty good. She can recognize all these numbers. So I actually might add more and do it to 20. Here we have our music corner. We do once a week our music class. So we have drums and whole container with instruments that obviously they can use every day, but we use it for class. And this whole shelf here, it's a bunch of different materials that we use. So I have the flannel stories here. I made a folder for each child to have, that I put some of the stuff. We have stickers here, a lot of different puzzles, math puzzles, educational puzzles, and a lot of different games with magnets and laces. They absolutely love flashcards, and you can watch our vocabulary game that they actually came up with. They use this every single day. We have Play-Doh, which is great for sensory and fine motor skills. And then we have lots of craft items here, a lot of different puzzles and some games that I have created for them. So I'm gonna show you this one. This is the flannel story I've made for them about 3 little pigs. I actually will make a separate video for that because it's pretty cool. And they have a dress-up corner here with all their costumes. And some more wooden blocks here. Dinosaurs with the dinosaur board, so they can match and learn the names of the dinosaurs. This is our farm basket with all the farm animals. Our play table is here in the middle, and they spend lots of time on it. So this week we've had Lego Duplos, but I change what's on it weekly to keep the kids interested and just getting creative and giving them different ideas, because if you leave the same thing for a long time, they just get bored. So this week we had the Lego Duplos. Maybe next week we'll do these, which are like building cabins and different logs. We have a marble one here, which the kids love too. And then when we go to this side, we have our arts and crafts table where we sit down and do all the crafts. This is our circle time, reading, quiet time corner. So we have books here and the kids can just rest or sit down, lay, whatever they want to do. And then we added loose item corner. So loose items are super beneficial, and for those who don't know, it's basically things that kids really wouldn't get to use every day, not your typical toys and stuff like that. It's things that you can find that get them interested in different textures. So we have Sarah here, my little my little sweetie. She is playing with this. So what do we have? I don't know if you can see. We have one container has the white tiles and they love playing with this. One container here had a bunch of different shells, and one container, which is empty right now, had lots of different stones and gems. And they have a weighting machine so they can see how much this stuff weighs. And even though they still don't recognize how this exactly works, they still love to play with this, and it's still great and educational for them. And we have some of those items on the floor too. So we have some pine cones, and I added some sticks last week. And last week we were learning about different ways to tie things. So I gave them a bunch of different ropes and zip ties, which, as you can see, they were trying to figure out, and they actually put them on the pine cones and put some of the sticks together and the toys that we have here. And then in the middle here we have sensory table that I change what's in it weekly too. Sarah was just playing with the kinetic sand. That's what we had this week. And usually I would put rice or oatmeal in it, just different things for them to play with. Sensory, water, obviously depending on the weather. And we actually built this table and it was super easy, and I love it because the container just comes off. So whenever I need to wash this or clean it up, I can just pick it up, clean it up, and it's all done. And then they have the art easel here so they can paint. We have all our paints on the bottom. And on this side, they can use the chalk to write and draw pictures. This shelf here is kind of my corner where I keep a lot of the supplies that we use. So we have paper here. They can come anytime they want, just grab paper and draw. And in here I have all the arts and crafts supplies, so a lot of different paper, stickers, pom-poms, flowers, glitters, all kinds of stuff. And more arts and crafts stuff here. We have some stuff when we do our science classes, and we recently did the sponge painting, which was so fun. So lots of different stuff here, coffee filters and a lot of different things. So if you want to get some ideas, definitely check out some of our other posts and videos on what to do with those.